Did you know that every man feels approach anxiety? So how does so many of us seem to get over it so easily? What if I told you there was a very simple way to get over that? Would you like to find out? Stay until the end of the video. Let's just picture this. You go to the gym, you see an extremely hot chick. You look at her, the hair, the leggings, the body, ass, everything. You think to yourself, this is everything I've ever wanted. And then boom, she smiles at you. Fix her hair and look down. Now deep down, you know that's a sign of interest. She just give you the sign to come and talk to her. Every fiber in your body is thinking, I should go and talk to that girl. I know I should talk to that girl. But then approach anxiety kicks in and you get stuck in your head. And the more you try to convince yourself, the worse it gets. And then to make things even worse, you see a random guy that you deem less attractive than you. He goes straight up and just talks to her. She smiles at him. He smiles back. And he just asks for her number. She gives it to him. And the guy tells her, I'll talk to you later. He just walks away. And the girl looks at you with pure disappointment because the way you were looking at her, she know that that was supposed to be you. And even you know deep down that was supposed to be you. So you just look at her leave and you feel that pinch in your chest of pure disappointment. And you feel the sting of your own inability. I know you feel that. You know how? Because I felt that. I was that guy. But now I'm the other guy in this story. And here's how I went from walking away feeling the pain of my own insufficiency to the other guy walking away with the number where the other guy is just looking at me walking with the number that he thought he was going to get while he's there stuck in his head and trying to convince himself to make the move. You can replace that story with gym, bar, work, doesn't matter. But we've all been that guy. Here, I give you a framework of 4 bulletproof solutions to this. Listen carefully. The first one is what I call socially lubricated. You see, most guys, I don't know why, but they always walking stuck in their head and they're always wearing headphones. First of all, that's the worst thing you can do. Wearing headphones, or earphones, because all it does, it gets you in a very introverted and isolated mindset. Being socially lubricated is basically you start to talk to everyone from the moment your foot stepped out of the door. Well, I used to go to the club. From the moment I put my foot outside, I'm talking to everybody. That means I act before my brain thinks. It doesn't matter if you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're 20, if you're 65, I don't care. I'm getting socially lubricated. I'm getting socially at ease. I go out and then the doorman is standing there. Hey man, love your shoes. Have a great night. I go out outside. I give a high five to somebody. I go to the lineup of the club. I'm talking to everyone around me, just getting in the vibe, getting in the mood. By the time I'm talking to that hot girl that I really want, I'm already socially lubricated. I'm already socially at ease. I'm not stuck in my head. I'm in the moment because I'm already talking to everyone. It's like a warm-up. You know, you're not gonna go and bench press 2 plates. Like, you're gonna start gradually. And I do this even at the gym. Like, if I'm going to the gym and I know I like girls at the gym. By the time I'm gonna get to the gym, I already probably talked to like 5-6 people. From the doorman, again, to the person at the entrance of the gym. Hey man, I like your shirt. I see a guy lifting weights. Hey man, you gain some volume. Like, that's the best thing you can say to a gym bro. You just talk to everyone. You get in that fun vibe. So by the time you see that hot girl, you're already at ease with talking. You're not stuck in your head. You go from nothing, silence to boom, I have to talk. It's just like, no, that's very difficult. Try this method. Even my guy friends, when I used to go to the club, they used to say like, how do you, like, wait, I'm not ready or we don't play that. The moment my foot steps out, I'm already talking to everybody. By the time we get to the club, they're stuck in their head and I'm already at ease with talking to everyone. See what I mean? Point number 2 is that most guys are stuck in the idea of I don't know what to say. The problem with that, most of you guys are falling into that trap of like, I need to have the wittiest line. I need to have the most clever pickup line. Most of this, by the way, this is what I don't like about most channels. It's mostly entertaining, guys. You can't take that shit seriously. The real approach is there's none of that gimmicks. You only fall into this mindset of I don't know what to say, and that's why I don't approach. And you get stuck in your head because you're like, I would like to approach her, but I have no idea what to say. It's because you're trying to come up with something witty and clever, like some James Bond type of bullshit. None of this. Just go and talk normal. Introduce yourself like a grown-ass man, and that's it. Hey, my name is this. I think you're attractive. What's your name? If she's actually interested, she's gonna answer to that. That's all. Like you don't have to come up with anything clever. Here's the solution. You got out of all that bullshit that gets stuck in your head and you don't know what to say to her and this and this. Just say something normal. Introduce yourself like a proper person and not a creep. Tell her that you find her attractive and introduce yourself and ask her name. That is it. Most of the times, by the way, like, you know, we say that guys are gonna decide the relationship, but girls are gonna decide the sex and anything. You think you're gonna approach the girl first and you're gonna make that this. Yeah, you're gonna make that first move, but technically she made the move before you because most of the girls are gonna give you a sign that she wants you to talk to her. At the gym, any girl that I got from the gym, by the way, she gave me the sign first. And it was something stupid so she can make me talk to her. Guys, you know that story of the girl, like she drops her wallet, right, next to a man and she's walking by and the man goes, "Sorry, ma'am, you dropped your wallet." And she says, "Did I?" You know what that means? That means she wanted him to talk to him, and that's why she did that. In the gym, what happens to me, I remember that I was doing the back, right, working the pull down, and this girl sat right in front of me and said, "Sorry, are you using this machine?" And it's a completely different machine. I didn't even answer that. I just smiled and said, "Hey, I'm Kareem. What's your name?" Because in my mind, I was like, just, you wanted me to talk to you. That was the point of all that, right? Another time, I was working the flies like that, and this girl was walking past by me, back and forth and back and forth. Just basically just want me to talk to her. She asked me something stupid like, "Oh, you're gonna use dumbbell," and I was not even using dumbbells. And at that moment, I just said no because I was just like focused. But then she walked past me again another time, and I just stopped her. I said, "Hey, sorry, you're too attractive for me not to talk to you. My name is this. What's your name?" Right away. So like, she's gonna talk to you. My name is this, because they wanted you to talk to them. So at the end of the day, I'm telling you, you don't have to come up with anything. There you go. Like all that, you get stuck in your head. I don't know what to say, which line I should use this, and you get into this crazy thinking of oh, I gotta use a strategy. And there's no strategy, guys. Just be normal. That's all. Don't be a creep. Introduce yourself normal. Number 3, guys, you are stuck in the Hollywood mindset, Hollywood programming. This is a really sad story because I remember years ago I used to be a savage. Every time I'm bringing a girl, a different girl, 2 girls, and the doorman was always looking at me. And at some point he literally just asked me, he's like, "Dude, seriously, how do you do that?" And I said, "Well, I just try." And he goes, "Yeah, but you never asked yourself that she might slap you?" And I thought to myself, yeah, damn, you're really like deep in the programming in your mind. Why? It's because he's programmed by the Hollywood things, Hollywood movies, where you're gonna talk to the girl and she thinks she's entitled to just slap you for no reason. None of that is gonna happen as long as you're not being a creep. You're not gonna go and reach out for her boob or some shit. Just introduce yourself like a grown-ass man, like I said, and that's it. There's none of that slapping thing that's gonna happen. And that's what got him stuck in his mind for years. He could never get out of that because he always thought he's gonna get slapped. And the reason he thinks like that, which brings me, I guess, to my next point, number 4, if we're gonna call it like that, is you believe that you're gonna get something from the girl. And you only believe that if you don't believe that women like sex. You don't believe it's a win-win situation. You believe it's a win-lose situation. You're gonna win and she's gonna lose something. Guys, most girls are gonna like sex probably more than you. You're gonna think about it more than them because you have testosterone. But they probably enjoy it more than you. I don't know about you, but I never screamed while I was coming. So, let that sink in for a little bit. The moment you start to believe that, hey, she likes sex, she's a human being, she likes sex probably as much as me or more than me, you're gonna get rid of that barrier of thinking that you're gonna get something from her. It's a win-win situation, guys. You see what I mean? You gotta get rid of that idea of you trying to get something from the girl. That was the problem of that doorman. He believed, first of all, that he was gonna get slapped somehow. And second thing, he didn't believe that it was a win-win situation. He believed that he's a win for him and it's a lose for situation. So you're already going in with a creepy mindset of trying to get the girl from her so you can trick her to sleep with you. It's like, There's none of this bullshit. If you're just normal and she likes your vibe, she doesn't feel threatened by you, and she likes you physically, she likes your personality, then you're gonna sleep together. You're having fun, she's having fun too. Like, what the fuck you think women are, robots? You know, if you can get rid of this mindset, there's no such thing as approach anxiety. Approach anxiety is basically just stuck in your mind. I already said number 4, so let's just say number 5 as a bonus. Here we're just gonna get real, because I already talked about this point in my previous video. Basically, this approach anxiety is just a fancy term. Guys, I hate this, by the way, these terms. Like approach anxiety, I'm a perfectionist. Just say you're afraid. Perfectionist, you're afraid of failing. That's what it is. Approach anxiety, you put a term, like a medical term to it. You're just afraid of doing it. That's all it is. Cut the shit. I'll tell you the same story I said in my previous video. I used to have this fish phobia. Like, I used to be so afraid of fish, live fish, right? And bro, I could not touch a live fish. Seriously, it was in my head. So most guys, like the story of the doorman that are afraid of getting slapped, you suffer more in imagination than you suffer in reality. It's always bigger in your mind than it is in the reality. So you just gotta do it to get the reference experience and realize that it's not as bad as you thought it was. That's exactly what I did. I was on vacation. I was in just doing an activity on the boat. So you're throwing bread in the ocean and everybody is just starting to jump with the fish and everybody's happy, everybody's laughing. And I'm there in the boat like a bitch, being afraid. And the guy at the boat was like, you're not gonna jump in the water? I mean, that's the point of thinking. You're being on the boat, you're on vacation, you're not gonna enjoy this? And I was just looking there and out of pure pride, I just jumped, right? And you can, like, my heart just tanked. But honestly, like 10 seconds in, nothing. The fish were more afraid of me than I was afraid of them. And it just went away. That fear that I had went away because it was so much bigger in my head than it was in reality. And it's the same thing, by the way, probably the girl that you're gonna approach is probably more nervous than you. Again, get socially lubricated. Second thing, don't be stuck in your head of like, what am I gonna say? What clever pickup line I'm gonna do? Just be normal. For fuck's sake, guys. There's no such thing as a magic line. Just be normal. If she likes you, she likes you. That's it. Just don't be creepy. Number 3, get rid of that programming of the Hollywood bullshit. Like, it's not true. She's not gonna slap you. As long as you don't reach out to her boob or ass, she's not gonna act anything weird. Even if she's not into you, she's just gonna say, oh, thanks, but I have a boyfriend, or anything like that. Nothing gonna happen. Like, number 4, you have to believe it's a win-win situation. Women like sex as much as you. It's not a win-lose. You're not taking anything from them. The win-win situation. You're both gaining something from this. You understand? And number 5, frankly and just being real, just stop being a bitch. Seriously, grab your balls and be a man and just go and do it. Before I end this video, I just want to leave you with this. If you're gonna go and speak to the girl, right? Here's a tip. Just speak slowly. If you speak fast, you know what that means? First of all, that means you're way too nervous. But the most important part, it means that you don't believe what you're saying is important. So you're trying to finish the sentence before you get interrupted. I learned this in sales. When you call somebody on the phone, you always, like, if you talk too fast, that means you don't believe that the person is interested in what you're gonna say. So you're trying to spit whatever you want to say fast so they don't interrupt you. That is a big lack of confidence. Don't do this, guys. Speak slowly, let it out. She's not gonna interrupt you, right? Don't speak too fast, thinking, okay, what I'm gonna say is not important, because you're rejecting yourself before she has the chance to even think anything about you. And guys, speak slowly, because silence is not awkward. Silence is sexual tension. And if you're being just normal and clever, you can use it to your advantage. She's gonna be more nervous than you. You can handle yourself. You can handle the silence. You can handle the conversation. All right, guys, like, share, subscribe. Watch these 2 videos right here. If this video helped you, please share it with somebody who needs this.